Hello, Paul Robinson from bushcraftcanada.com. Okay, we're going to do another comparison video today. This is one we get requested quite a lot. This is between an A1Pro and an A1X, both superb, larger outdoor survival knives, possibly the best you can get. And I'll have a look at the A1Pro first. So this is the one that came out first of all, the A1Pro. It's a variation on Fallkniven's extremely successful A1. And of course it is an absolutely superb survival knife. They blended all those things that they'd learned, were very practical and effective in the A1 original, and they accentuated them and kept them and expanded on them in this A1 Pro series. And what they've created is, like I say, one of the very best survival knives in the world. There's no doubt about that. It really has been extremely popular since its inception, and has proved itself to be an extremely tough, very versatile, very usable survival knife. So like I say, it's quite a good sized knife. Interestingly, it's 160mm blade. And it's interesting, it's just 1mm difference from the A1X, which I'm going to show you in a minute. That's about 6.5 inches, something like that. Very thick spine on these, 7mm thick, like it really is a big piece of steel, this. And so the A1 Pro has this full stainless finger guard, this thermal handle, textured. It gives you this excellent grip. Even when you're using a glove, you know, it still gives very good grip. Has the ice grind, you know, the improved convex grind here, and uses the cobalt laminate steel, so extremely strong steel. Steel is thick, you know, with that kind of lamination. This is going to be incredibly strong. Like the tensile strength on this knife must be enormous. No, really enormous. It's a tremendously good knife. You know, convex grinds are excellent at cutting all kinds of materials, particularly wood fibers. You know, and the knife of this type, you get very, very high-end steel, excellent grind, and the ergonomics. You know, the way it sits in the hand, and actually the way you feel it. Although it's a larger knife, you know, you could do all kinds of things with it. The balance is so good and the ergonomics are so good. You know, all those things put together in one knife, it's really exceptional. So it's not a full broad tang on this, it is a full tang. You have an exposed tang on the end, you can see there. But this is a wrap round handle, and so the tang is nibbled away top and bottom to allow this thermon to wrap round. So the weight on this knife is 363 grams. Actually a little bit lighter than the X, which I'll show you in a minute, and the overall length is about 11.25. Really superb knife. I'll show you the sheath in a minute after I've shown you the A1X here. So this is a later variation of that A1 series, and again it was brought out, I think, primarily for those people who really wanted a full broad tang knife with slabs that were removable. They've changed the finger guard from the stainless guard to a guard that's part of the profile of the knife. The extended tang now has a lanyard hole. Like I say, the slabs are still thermal, they're still textured, so you still get that excellent grip. But obviously these are adhered either side to the tang of the knife, as opposed to being wrapped round. The blade, I say, is 1mm longer. It's 161. Still, you've got that 7mm thick laminate cobalt steel. The grind is the same, the ice grind. So again, tremendous bite on these knives, enormous tensile strength and excellent edge holding. Are both about 60 HRC. You can see the thickness of the blade there, 7mm thick. Again, extremely nice knife to use. Great balance, great ergonomics. You know, you do feel like, even though it's a larger knife, you could do a lot of work with this, even quite fine work. Very, very nice indeed. So the weight difference is, this is 401 grams versus 363 of the A1 Pro, and that's just because the tang is left full, so there's more metal here. That's why the extra weight. But absolutely superb knife, a great take on the A1 Pro. And the main differences are, you've got full broad tang, removable slabs. You know, the finger guard is part of the frame of the knife, if you like. Same steel, virtually the same blade shape and overall knife length, but it does have that, like I say, exposed tang. I'm always imagined that Fallkniven will come out with different slabs that you can adhere to the X series knives. I imagine they will at some point, but I haven't seen anything yet. I'll quickly show you the sheaths. This is the A1Pro sheath, and this was a modified version of the Untitled sheath that used to come with the A1 knives. They modified it a bit. It's a little bit beefier. Has a couple extra attachment points, but basically works in the same way with a finger guard lock here that just clicks in and is overcome by resistance, you know, by pressure, and you have the snap there with the nylon. So a very nice sheath. They're very practical, you know, drain very quickly, and they're quite they're very stable in cold temperatures. Untitled is extremely good material for cold temperature work. You know, it doesn't tend to get extremely brittle like other plastics. The A1X actually was again based on that Untitled sheath of the A1Pro, I think, and they've kept some of the features on, but they added this lock. So when the knife is inserted, you can bring this lever down and it locks the knife in place, and that really gets rid of the need for the snap ring at the top there. And again, you've got some other lashing points on here. Again, very good sheath, very, very practical, easy to use, and like I say, drains very quickly, very impact resistant, cold resistant, you know, it's a very practical sheath. So as to which one's better, that's would be up to you. It really comes down to, I think, whether you want the full broad tang and removable slabs, or you want the solid finger guard and the wrap-round handle of the A1Pro. But either way, these are absolutely superb knives. You can't go wrong with them. They're really tremendous. And you can see them on our website, bushcraftcanada.com. Just have a look under Fallkniven knives, and of course, if you need any more information, you can just email me, paul@bushcraftcanada.com.